Good morning. Welcome to Presence of Light with Charlie.Riverman.Bergeron. It's always a joy to be here and talk to you about the messages that come up for me in the morning as I arise on every Friday. And today is definitely one of those days that the message was very strong, and I wasn't really feeling a lot of good energy when I arose. However, I realized that not every day has to start off with high energy or excitement. Sometimes we just need those days where we wake up and we look around and we question. We question, why are we here? What is this about? How do I deal with everything that's just happened or everything that's just flooded my mind? Good morning, Gloria. Good morning, Terry. So we have those days. All of us have those days where we arise and we question. We question everything. It's not a sign of failure. It's not a sign of depression. It's not a sign of giving up or surrendering. What it is really an open field of awareness. And when we have this open field of awareness, what immediately happens is our energetic system is trying to fill it with something. And so it goes on search mode, trying to fill it with something. A human brain does not favor being in a still place. It doesn't necessarily enjoy having that space where it is not having something to calculate or to label or to search for. It's basically like our computers, except the computers have no sense of feeling or desire. They're just machines. The human brain is that machine that is connected to every neuron and every cell in our body. And even when the brain is not working properly, this body is still going. We've seen people who we can't communicate with because they can't form words and thoughts, yet their body is still moving. So the brain is still functioning with that body. So this morning's message of light came to me because I could recognize that I was in that space where I was questioning everything. And I looked and I realized that I don't need to question anything. I'm here, I'm awake, I'm alive, the birds are in the trees, I'm breathing air, I can sense cold and heat. So what's important? What's important right now as I look out into this world of seemingly uncontrollable chaos. That chaos that right now makes me sad more than angry. It makes me sad to think that after all we've been through, after everything that humanity has been through, thousands of years, we're still in this place where we can't get along with each other. Isn't that amazing? How many millions, if billions of humans have walked on this planet? Lifetime after lifetime, you added them all up, and lived lives similar to us. Whether we started in a field in Africa, or we started on the plains of America, it doesn't matter. We've lived lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, and we've generated generations and generations. And in all that time, we still can't get along with each other. And yet, there is always unlimited light. The light. We look at the light of the sun, but whatever it is, the light, this light, there's a greater light. And that unlimited light of creation has been here constantly. And it doesn't have any arguments with anybody. It's always giving, always embracing. So this morning, I didn't know what to talk about. And as always, I pull a card. When I don't know what to talk about, it's called Pull a Card, Charlie, and your guides will bring you a card. And so this is today's card. And look at that light. Look how brilliant that light is. I know I got a high power light on it, but I mean, look at the brilliance of that sort of egg in the sky. It's an elliptical galaxy. It says that it's appeared after other galaxies have gathered together and merged together over the recent, past probably millions of years. So it looks like it's isolated, and yet within it is galaxies, groups of galaxies, clusters of stars, and that's the brilliance. That's the unlimited light that shines forth from it. And I looked at that and I said, and I read the title, which is I Am Without Limits. It brought it all home. Brought it all home to me to say, this could be a photograph of the light of humanity. All of humanity that has ever existed from day one to the present. Millions and billions of stars and light energies coming together into one beautiful egg-shaped galaxy. And the message is, I am without limits. What I want all of us to think about this morning is that each of you are without limits. And as I look over on the side here, I see somebody asking for a prayer. Renee Bouchain is praying for my niece. She's in a horrible car accident and with your prayers, God's miracles happen. Bless you, Renee, and we offer our prayers for your niece. And I want to take this moment to address that. And I want all of us to send our light, our love, and our peace to this precious being, Renee's niece. I want us to be the light for her in her life. And I want each of us to send the message to her that she is without limits, that she is an unlimited being, unlimited child of light. And that we also, as unlimited children of light, offer our light to her, that she may see it, she may feel it, and she may utilize it to heal. Thank you for sharing that, Renee, and blessings to you who carry that pain and that shock and trauma to care over her. This is what it's all about. This is light in action. We know we hear the words love in action. This is light in action. We are light, and when we are light, it's not just for us to stand here and sparkle. It's to send that light where there's darkness, where there is pain, where there is suffering. The quote that goes with this, the card is, I am without limits. And the quote that goes with this is, the universe is beyond the limits of our expansion, but not God's divine light. So while we can't reach out and touch this person who is in need physically, we can't expand physically to touch that person. When we send our light, there is no interference between us. And it's the power of our intention and the direction and the power of our willingness from our heart to focus through the mind. But the energy is coming. The light is going to be sent from our heart. All the mind is going to do is focus in. And this is a practice I want you all to start becoming aware of in this world right now that seems so strange to all of us with the virus and people just making stories up and without respect for anyone and accusing each other of things and then not following up and prosecuting those who have committed crimes and just letting them slip away or even releasing them after they've put them in jail It's like you couldn't write a story like this. So this message, the universe is beyond the limits of our expansion, but not of God's divine light, reminded me of the light that I returned to when I died. And there's no words for that. You can't explain that. It's beyond any power source. Nuclear bombs, they're like a mosquito. They're nothing. Nothing compared to God's divine light. And it reminded me is that if I feel sad or heavy about things in my experience, I have an alternative. I have an alternative that I can call in this light within me. And even if I don't do anything with it, just call it into me and know that I am part of this amazing creation story. And that each of you are as well. And even the person or the things that might be bothering me, they're all part of this story as well. And the card really wants us to reach out and look beyond what's visible. And to reach out to the universe, to attract the light, to attract that pure power into our physical and energetic fields, so that we can utilize it to diminish the pain and suffering in the world. We are powerful beings. Calling in that light into our physicality, anchoring it into the core of Mother Earth and grounding ourselves in that light. We are powerful beyond our human imagination. Do you dare to be that powerful? Do you dare to be that powerful and know that if you were that powerful, would you be selfish with it? Would you want it all for you? And if you did that, would that really make you happy? To be all alone with all of that power? I like to think you wouldn't be. I'd like to think you'd be lonely. I think you'd be in a world of your own where you would be just dancing in your own head and endlessly creating situations that have no purpose for anyone else but your own self-amusement. We're not here for self-amusement. We're here to see ourselves in each other, to see the possibilities who we all could become if we wanted to, but knowing that each one of us are unique. We have a unique ability, something that's totally unique to you. You're going to move your fingers. We all have 10 fingers, but you're going to move your 10 fingers completely differently. No matter what you do, there will be a slight difference in how you do it from everyone else in the world. Every breath you take, you will take it differently from everyone else in the world. This is your uniqueness. And that's this morning, when I looked at all of this, that's what came through. You're unique, Charlie. And so is everyone else. And maybe it's time we started to cash in or to bring out that uniqueness in us. And the only way we can do that is to tap in beyond what we believe our limits are. And how do we do that? We tap into the unlimited light. That is unlimited. We know that is unlimited. And now when we move forward in our evolutionary path on the instability with groups and individuals, that become destructive, we can look at them, and yes, we can be hesitant, but we can tap into that light and send them light and love. Now, you always hear me talking about sending love, part of the Global Heart team, where this is what we do. We just go into meditation and we send love around the world. And you can do the same thing with light. This is the power of who you are. When you open your heart to the light and love that you really are, there is no limit to what you can do with it. And you don't need a scientist to calculate it. And you don't need a teacher to tell you you're doing it right or wrong. You will align. You will align with who you truly are. Because who you truly are doesn't want to hurt anyone. Who you are doesn't want revenge. Who you truly are is peace, is light, and is love. And peace, light, and love has no rules, has no boundaries. It's not right, it's not wrong. It's the power of creation. The power of creation beyond the limitedness of our minds. I want you all to expand yourself. Take your energy field and expand it as large as you can. And fill it with love. And fill it with peace. And fill it with this unlimited light. And I know that your life will change. Throughout history, we've worshipped light in many forms. Every religion is pretty much based on light. Yes, there are some teachings that are based on darkness. I'm not going to call them religions. But and they're very rare. The light is existence. Interpretation of God, I had in my show notes here. We get to God, and I wanted to interpret God. What does God mean for me this morning? Because we can go through this 1,000 times and come up with different answers. So for me, God, the letters G-O-D, became Great Order Divine. Great Order Divine. And I'd like to say that each of you in this column, and those who will listen to this call later, are part of this Great Order Divine. We're so unique. As a species, we are so unique. And we are divine. Belinda's saying there are people who want me to go to a lower vibration. Yeah, this is what's happening. Don't go. Don't go. Come back into that unlimited light that you are. Feel that energy and know that you are the bearer of that energy. They can refuse to see it. They can want to attack it. But when we surrender and give in to them trying to cover us with their, I will call it darkness, what we have really done is shut ourselves down. And why on earth would we shut ourselves down? This is the time now where we should be lighting up. Sort of like street lights. I'm seeing street lights. For all the street lights, yeah, we can still drive. We got headlights. But it's not the same. Because you never see what's coming at you. And you see, the world of power, human power in the world, wants to keep you in the dark because it can manipulate you. It can direct you. And what does that great order divine give you? The great order divine gives you the opportunity to be everything. Unlimited. You have unlimited permission. I know some people say, well, you can't say that, Charlie, because people will go out and they'll do blah, blah, blah. No, those are not people of light. They're not choosing light. Because if you choose light creates more light. Darkness creates more darkness. It's not good or bad. It's just that's what it is. We have to get ourselves out of the darkness and back into the light. And we look for the light in each other. Look for that spark of light in somebody else and feed that. Open your spark of light and connect spark of light to spark of light. And remember that we are holding a collective damage of humanity. All of these millions of life experiences in all of these millions or billions of individual bodies that have lived from the first creation until now. It's still in the energetic field. And this is what we're doing now. We're releasing that. And this is what the light is doing. It's revealing it so that we can release it. And each one of us have this opportunity now to listen to those things that bring us to a place of heartfelt resonance, a vibration in our heart and beingness that is comfortable within ourselves. No matter what's going on around you, can you come to that place in yourself where you can sense the calm? You can feel the anger rising, or you can feel the pain, wanting to hold the pain. But somewhere, can you feel the stillness, the peace, the light, and the love? Focus on that. Focus on that, no matter how small it is. Because the more we focus on it, the more unlimited we become. Because it's in the power of light. Unlimitation is in the essence and power of light. So I ask you to take that with you this week into the world. And even if you don't, feel like you want to share light with somebody, recognize the light within yourself. Recognize that when you have those dark moments, when those shadows or that pain or that suffering or you're attacked or whatever, put up your shields and do what you have to do to protect yourself. But look for that light because it's still there. Underneath all of that, it is still there. And if we all start to focus on that light within us, it allows the darkness to be released. And we all have darkness. It allows it to be released. And as we release it, we can say goodbye forever. The message my guides have given me, we no longer need to carry the sins and failures of our ancestors. As a matter of fact, they want to be released. And in releasing them from within us, they too are released. We no longer have to carry this as the children of unlimited light. I guess I became a preacher this morning. Didn't mean to be. But sometimes, I have to preach to myself. I don't like being alone. So I'm dragging you in with me. Dragging you with me to look for the unlimited light in each other. So that collectively we can move forward and increase its visibility for others. People say they're waiting for the zombie apocalypse. I say it's already here. Let's wake up. Let's get out of that zombie state. Let's be the sovereign beings we are. I have a friend, Mia Leventhal, who creates these beautiful little cards, Soul Inspirations Message Cards by Kalia. And I'm going to leave you with this one. It's a prayer. I wasn't looking for a prayer, just a random check. But when I read it, I realized that all of us struggle and all of us pray to something somewhere. All of us have different stories, different teachings. But we know that somewhere we are not here alone. There is an unlimited light being somewhere, somehow. And when we let go of the pictures, when we let go of the stories, get rid of the anger, the frustration we have and been directing towards that, let's open our hearts and just hear this prayer and pray with me. Dear God, please protect me and my loved ones. Help me find peace in this situation. Help me make all the right choices for the true path you wish for me. Help me walk in your light always, in all ways. Amen. And I'm going to put that in the sideline in the notes for each of you and offer it to you to take home with you, post it, print it, gift it to others, post it on your refrigerator, put it on your dashboard. Lord knows we need it. These are very challenging times, but we are the ones who can handle the challenge. We are the ones who have been entrusted with the challenge. I pray for release of each and one of your individual pains. For I know as I talk here, it's easy for me. It's easy for me because I've been on this path for 29 years. And when I look back to where I began, I understand. I understand every emotion that you all will go through. And I still go through, but not at a point where I'm lost or stopped by them. I look at it, everything now as an opportunity to release it. That it no longer serves me, it no longer serves you, it no longer serves people around the world that I don't even know how to speak their language or know what they look like. Because we are all in this together. One beautiful whole of humanity. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me. Together we are unity. A unity of unlimited light. Carry that message in your hearts. I know what the brain's going to do with that. Because that's what it does. Send the brain some light. Bless it. Say thank you. Thank you, but there's a part of me now that knows that it can make it. There's a part of me now that knows that as a wise and faithful part of my beingness, I honor and respect you. But I'm not going to listen to all your stories anymore. They no longer serve me. They no longer serve my family. They no longer serve humanity. or the animals, or the earth, or the stars, or the galaxies, they no longer serve. Have a great week. See you next Friday. And offer your blessings to all who are suffering. Be the compassionate heart to feel their suffering, to honor it when and where you can, and know that in that process, someone is doing it for you as well. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you all. And yeah, keep smiling. Find that smile. Even behind the masks. Smile behind the masks. People can see your eyes. They know when you're smiling. Have a great week. Bye-bye.